Hello, everyone. Thank you for tuning in. I am Jaylee. This is JayLeesCorner. And it's going to be a quick little gossip chat. Not going to be long. Okay, but I hope everybody, what's today? Tuesday. I hope everybody's having a great day, having a good Tuesday, whether that is for about tacos, tequila, or teas. Okay, whichever tea you celebrate today, go ahead and celebrate it, okay? But I am here. First, have a quick little check. Girl, I forgot to download the dang on the videos that I had. Let me download it while we're talking. Anyway, my point is, thank y'all for being here. You can be anywhere in the world, but you're here with me, okay? I'm going to probably be on camera in a minute once I send myself these videos because everybody wanted to talk about stuff today. The whole Robyn debacle really, social media in a chokehold because everybody around here trying to put in new sense. We got Nene being a bitter baddie as she usually is sometime or whatever, and we got people in new shows or whatever. It's just a lot going on. Okay, now I'm like, look, I have not done a gossip chat in a minute because ain't much been going on. I kind of been on break, you know what I'm saying? Because I was like, I just need a little time to myself or whatever. God, I need to put a shirt on y'all. But Robyn coming out with her little tea or whatever is kind of make everything perk up. So we're gonna discuss that. Okay, we already watched Robyn on her podcast, which is there, so we do not have to re-listen to that, okay? But the things that Nene was saying, Carlos said stuff, okay, Candiace and them came out, Candiace and Chris, honey, came out, and Karen and Wendy put their little two cents in after hearing about Robyn, who had been lying all season, okay? So we're going to get into that. Also, a couple other little, things to chit-chat about, but again, we're not going to be along because I want to go get in the bed, honey. It's the end of the month, okay? January was great, my birthday month. But, girl, y'all don't know how much I'm around here trying to be presentable on camera because I be sitting around here, honey, in a sports bra all day long day. And I can't be on camera like that all the time. Okay? Now, okay. Where I'm at. I'm here. Hi. I'm here. I'm here. Hey, anyway, y'all know to do a couple things to make sure to subscribe to my channel. Okay, to become a JayBird, and dot. Okay, y'all also know to follow me on social media at JayLeesCorner on IG, also on Twitter. Move my mic. Y'all also know, like the video. Please like the video. Liking the video helps YouTube share me. And YouTube been tripping recently. It don't let folks know I be live. I have been told people have been unsubscribed to my channel. YouTube, okay, is being real funny acting. I don't know why. I'm not gonna let it bother me, but I'm just saying, YouTube, I can see, you messing with me, and I ain't got time for that. Leave me be. Well, help me promote my stuff. But anyway, okay, like the video. When you like the video, it help YouTube know that they should share me with people and stop messing with me all the time. Okay, yeah. So comment, share, subscribe, all that stuff, But as I was saying, okay, the foolishness of it all that was going on here and there and everywhere. And I want to get into it. Little chat. Okay, little chat. But thank y'all for being here, because y'all can be anywhere in the world, okay? But y'all came here to hang out with me for a little bit, okay? And I think my signal being done, but I don't care. But again, hey y'all, hey to the people. Hello to y'all. You know what I'm saying? This, I'm trying to get into the habit of wearing my clothes out the house more than once, because when I'm on camera, I'll throw on the same hoodie all the time, because I put a hoodie on or whatever on, and I get off camera, I take it off, and it be sitting on the chair. When I come back, I put the same hoodie or sweatshirt on, but I'm like, girl, start wearing your. I got this Daria sweater months and months ago, and I only wore it once, and I was like, no, wear it to work. So I wore my Daria today. Okay, yes. But hi. I have not went to the post office because our weather here is dumb, and I don't feel like driving over there. But when I get it, I'll say, but thank you. Whatever it is, I'm sure I'll like it, and thank you. Okay, we ready for the chat? Okay, me too, because I was like, y'all know I don't like Robyn, and so even though I talked about it a little bit in my review of Potomac, I feel like when I posted the actual clip of Robyn, folks did not know that I had already kind of discussed it and read Robyn for filth. Okay, so if you are rewatching this, go watch my Potomac review, and we went in on Robyn and Giselle and Abby and them people round there. Okay, but let's get into the things we can't hear. La 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 la. I love Daria. They were supposed to bring Daria back. I don't think they did. I don't think Daria back. Okay, I don't know. We shall see. Now, I'm not waiting the whole 10, because again, I'm ready to get it, because the stuff to come on TV, I want to watch. I walked in my house at 9 p.m., which is why I was a little bit late getting on camera. So I only had kind of grunted the house, go pee real quick and got on camera, and that was really it. Okay, I got my water. But I'm like, because it's not too much, Rick and Monroe stuff going on around here, come on here, get it done real quick or whatever, and then go ahead, chill out or whatever. I can watch the Rookie Feds. I can watch 911 Lone Star. I want to watch, what's going on today? I want to watch Below Deck Adventure. Okay, those are my Tuesday shows. Okay, if y'all don't know, you know what I'm saying? Those are my Tuesday shows. Okay, because sometimes I want to relax too. Now, let's get into a couple things that we have going on. Okay, congratulations, confetti. We finally got a release date for, we now know what it's called, SWV and Xscape, the Queens of R&B, will be premiering on Bravo on Sundays on March 5th. Yep, March 5th, which means, I'm pretty sure that means after that show go off, that's probably when Housewives of Atlanta will come back. Now, the show was with Coco and Lily and Taj, and then Tiny and Candy and Tamika and Latasha. All 7 are there. Is the 7 one? Yeah, all 7 are there. And the trailer looks to be a lot. Okay, but wait, they don't make them like they really do not make them like Daria no more. Okay, talking about Daria in the chat. Well, come on now, Daria, we around here. Okay, Your Honor on Showtime is great, and I loved Tulsa King. Absolutely love Tulsa King. I am a Sylvester Stallone fan. I have not gotten into Your Honor at all yet. I'm just about to get into Yellowstone. So we shall see. But back to the ladies of what's your show, girl, of SWV and Xscape, the queens of R&B. Now I'm like, why did they? But I feel like they put the names artists in alphabetical order. S come before X. Okay, that's the easy way to name the show. It doesn't mean one person is above the other. Okay, now. Y'all know how YouTube be and how Bravo be sometimes in real funny acting. So if you are watching the replay of this and you do not see a video after I'm talking, it's because what? I had to cut it out. Anytime you're watching a replay and someone goes from me talking to it cuts away, it means I had to cut it out for copyright stuff. However, we're going to watch the video together, okay, because I have it. Where is it? I sped it up, okay, to hopefully alleviate them from catching it. But again, let's watch them talking a little fast now, a little fast, okay? Let's watch.
In the 90s, girl groups were popping.
Oh, no, I slowed it down. I slowed down their mouths, okay? Go ahead and watch.
We had like real raw talent. Xscape put out 3 banging albums that all went platinum plus, baby. 1, 2, 3.
The songs will hit after hit after hit.
SWV has released 5 albums, 2 platinum.
30 seconds till showtime.
2 iconic groups coming together. Oh my goodness.
Y'all don't want to co-headline?
We are the headliners.
I sold 30 million records, bitch.
Here we go.
We're not children. What do I think you do your thing?
We're not.
Play on my playground, play on. But that's how you're acting. To say,
Coco being Coco. I fully agree. Coco being Coco.
Girl groups. Oh, it's some man.
1, 2, 3, SWV! Nobody wants to imagine their grandmother in a missionary position.
Who did the little meat tray?
I bought it.
Oh.
What's my name? Xscape. I'm trying to hold on to my youth.
That booty is on duty.
I was crying because I missed you.
I mean, I don't have a chance to see you a lot. How are we going to navigate this? My mental health was not the best while I was in school. I can't do it no more. Where is Tasha?
She's not coming.
I had a meeting today for a record deal.
You can start it, from the top.
She's definitely treating us like she's Gladys Knight and we the pimps.
Her husband is always in our business.
Go grab the microphone and remind them of who the hell you are.
Now, sisters is acting up.
You know they stole my money. Ain't nobody stole it. You know they did.
So where are we as sisters? Right there.
It's some next level.
If we can't agree on this, there will be no SWV and Xscape show.
Just keep your hands to yourself.
Yeah, because I want to keep my TSA pre-check.
First of all, I'm excited. Okay, I'm excited. I really want to see the show. We know when Xscape had their first show on Bravo, it was really, really good. We were really upset it did not get a second season, but I always feel like they're doing these shows as like a one-off thing or whatever. So I don't mind it. I don't mind it. And this is about Xscape and SWV. I think they're doing like one show. Like it was one concert they were doing and leading up to that. It looks entertaining. It do look like they're feeding more into the drama with Xscape than SWV. But to me, that was a teaser trailer. I feel like they will shoot that show for a while. It's gonna be good. And we do get to see the fact that Tasha, in fact, did get a record deal. It was round here being extra on the set, and that husband of hers, he gonna be an issue. So yes, I will be reviewing that show. But congrats to them for getting their new show round here. Okay, again, SWV and Xscape, the Queens of R&B. It premieres on Bravo on March 5th. And yes, I will be reviewing it. Okay, I can't wait. Will you be going talking about the controversy of Beyonce and Jay-Z? I don't have any idea of any controversy between Beyonce and Jay-Z. So no, I don't know what it is. So I can't discuss it. I know Coco had a lot of issues coming to terms with her son being gay. You know, she's a devout Christian. I mean, we shall see. Yeah, I'm not sure. I feel like people can be devout Christians but still love their children. So, you know, she may not be gay, but her son is. So we shall see. Why did Aries sound like a mama? Aries is getting so big. I feel like she just sounds like Tiny. Those are the voices. He said we either have to speed it up or slow it down. Okay. Tired of husband, he's out of women's business. He do. He never will, but he need to. And I also feel like, you know, that's a reason as why they keep having issues, because they always brought up her husband butting his head in. And I don't have any issue with her husband like encouraging her to do her thing as an artist and to always be true to her craft. But when you are in a group and the group success is bigger than your solo success, it's like you trying to catch attention because right now y'all hot. To me, it's just not smart. It isn't. And it just seemed like, you know, that husband of hers, girl, it's gonna be a mess. It's really going to be a mess, in my opinion, because if we watch this show and we see it really was her creating a distance between her and the people or whatever because she wanted a solo career, that's gonna be on her. You know, and that's the thing when you are in a group. When you're in a group, it's so hard because everyone has their own ideas, their way of wanting to do things, how to handle conflict. And sometimes when one person wants to do something different, it's really all on how you go about it and how you communicate about it. So I want to see how that kind of plays out. Okay, but we shall see when the show premieres in March. But again, everybody can listen to whoever they want to. I don't know. Congrats to Tamar Braxton and also Jessie Woo. They have been added, okay, as co-hosts to This Nation. I don't watch This Nation as much as I used to because I don't know what time it come on no more. It used to come on here in Detroit at like midnight, but I don't know when it comes on. So I only really catch it when it's like clips on social media. However, both Tamar and Jessie Woo have been brought on as full-time co-hosts. They have been around here, you know, juggling people and having folk come in here, have folk come in there, I guess trying out for it. And so now they are the two new permanent hosts. So it's them two, it's Head Crack, it's the Brat, and then some white man. I don't know who the white man is. I've seen him before, but I don't know his name. I believe he was one of the people who were on a different station when this station was just not just the Atlanta crew, and he moved to Atlanta to be a permanent host. Because this nation used to have hosts from different cities, and they were jumping around here and jumping around there and jumping around everywhere. And now it's just, just the main people. Let me see if I can find their names. Who was? Let me see. No, I thought their name was around here somewhere, but it's not. So I don't know them people's names. But again, it's maybe Tamar said thank you to the people. Let me see if I go to Tamar page. Tamar Braxton Brown. Okay, yeah. So Head Crack, the Brats, Gary with a T. Oh, and Graham Often. Is his name Graham Often? What's his white man name? Oh, Tanner Thompson, girl, I don't know. It's a white man. It's fine. He there. We don't care. Anyway, but yeah, congrats to the two. Okay, congrats to the two. I feel like I can take Tamar in doses. Meaning Tamar, in my opinion, had to be on the real, had to learn to kind of tone herself down to not be so extra and childish and petty and babyish or whatever. I think she's found that perfect blend to still be who she authentically is, but she also know, girl, you can't be childish, you can't be petty, you can't be right here act like no damn baby. Okay, Jessie Woo, I mean, she's cool. I've seen her say things here and there, and I'm like, I don't know. But I feel like when you are a co-host and it is a multi-camera production, it's multiple people, it's not as if it's just them. Okay, so congrats to both of them for being full-time. Again, they're not guest hosting no more. They are full-time hosts. I also feel like with some of these shows, you really don't want people to continue to keep, cheer hopping. You want to get familiar with who you're gonna see every day. So them adding, Tanner, thank you. I'm like, I don't know that man's name. Tanner. You want them to get to a point where they have the same people to just get the flow right. Because when you had new folk, look, this is my thing. I always say this. Let me pop on screen. As a YouTuber, you have to be careful who you allow on your platform. You also have to be careful when doing these shows to not have somebody on your show who may say something that the people, the censors, whoever, the bosses may get mad about or whatever. You have to have people on there who gonna come in here, do the job, not go too far left, not go too far right, not go too far down deep in the gutter, and they know how to handle different stories. They know how to handle different conversations. We're gonna get into that a little bit later when we talk about Nene. Girl, but again, I don't mind it. We're gonna see how it's gonna happen. I hope it lasts for a minute for them both. I feel like two women of my skin tone, okay, my complexion, my whatever. Even though I think Jessie Woo maybe it's Jessie Woo something else. Ain't she like not Nigerian? Maybe I think she may be Haitian. But anyway, I go, we are the same, we all look the same. Okay. So I want to see them win. I want to see them win because I used to always watch This Nation because it used to come on at 12 o'clock. I would get my bed, This Nation. And they had all the different cities or whatever. And there was, camera, all that. And it's a bit different now, but I still feel like it's a great show. To me, This Nation is the same as the on what's it called? Cocktails of Queens, okay, and TGIF with Funky in them and Claudia. It's all the same. So I want to see everyone win. Fine. Now, you know what I'm saying? Anyway, I have no idea what Jessie Woo does. I saw her on Love and Hip Hop, and whatever. Jessie is Haitian, never hesitates to separate herself from Black Americans. I feel like if she's Haitian and she wants to be clear with what she is or who she is, I don't see an issue with that. I feel like I wouldn't want no one to tell me I'm Black, and I will make sure everybody knows I'm Black. So I don't we have an issue with, as long as if that's her platform and that is her. If that's her, that's her. So I don't really have an issue with that. As long as she's not doing it in a way to where she's speaking as if she's better than us, I'm fine with that. I'm fine. Once she gets to a point to where she thinks she's better than me, that will be an issue with me. But I have not heard that as of yet, and I try to make sure I don't judge folks unless I see what they do on my own accord, and I haven't. So again, we're gonna let her be. She on there. She a new host. Tamar new host. You know, congratulations. Okay. Now, next up, I am happy. I am happy about this. Okay. Look, I am very much so excited that Will Smith and Martin Lawrence officially announced today, okay, that Bad Boys 4 is moving forward. It's official. We're getting the movie. Look, I am so much. Bad Boys, what you gonna do? What you gonna do? Look, I remember the first film. I love the first film. I swear to God, the first movie, when Will Smith was running and Martin was running, they were chasing people that came and kidnapped the white girl, or something like that. And they were running, and just Will Smith was running down the street or whatever, and his shirt was open and flying. I was like, oh my God, Will is handsome. I remember because that's the first time I was like, oh, I think I like Will. He's handsome. He's not corny. Oh, so I do. I think from that, and I just love the movie. I think the first Bad Boys came out, I believe, was it 96? I don't know, in the 90s. I posted about it on my thing because I posted and I said what time the thing came out, because I was so excited that the movie is around here about to be made. Let me click on here. So let's see. The Bad Boys came out in 95. Bad Boys 2 came out in 2003. Bad Boys for Life came out in 2020. And now Will has confirmed that Will and Martin both confirmed it's official. We are getting a new movie, and I am excited. Okay, if Mission Impossible can have 18,000 movies, so can Bad Boys. Okay, if James Bond can have 87 million movies, so can Bad Boys. If freaking Fast and the Furious can have 18,752 movies that are not real, we can have a whole bunch of Bad Boy movies. But in my opinion, each Bad Boy movie has been amazing. Okay? Amazing. I love it. So I was like, yes. I was happy. I was so happy. I can't wait. Now I know we probably won't get the damn movie until 2025 or 2026. I don't care. Whenever it comes out, I'm going to rent a theater and I'm going to have a screening of it because I love it. Okay, I absolutely love it. I wasn't too thrilled about Bad Boys 3. Really? I liked it. This is what I felt, because me and him was talking about it earlier today. Because he felt like the last movie could have been the last, but he like, I must, of course he gonna see the next one. But I was like, I feel like they did something smart. They added new characters. They added some younger characters. They put in a new plot point with Will Smith having a son. Okay, a long lost son who was crazy, but still, they added enough in, took enough away, because they killed the old captain or whatever. And now Will Smith and Martin are over this new unit. I feel like it can continue on because you have a younger cast who I liked. And Will and Martin could still be the comedic relief, still be the cop they are, because Mike Lowry and Marcus Burnett are still going to be who they are. But when you add in the younger cast, and it's like 3 new young cast, like 3 of them. The white guy was like a white guy, an Asian guy, and then a white girl. They added enough to make the franchise continue on. Because we know Martin and Will not going to be the only ones running a mile chasing somebody. No, they have folk to do that for them. So I love the fact that it's gonna keep going. I do not want us to only allow these other franchises, okay, these other franchises to be the ones to have multiple movies that go on and on and on and on. No, I want our stuff to also continue. And to me, Bad Boys 3, look, if y'all have not seen it yet, look, I feel like the movie came out a while ago. I'm not spoiling shit. Okay? So whatever. If you have not seen the movie, I'm finna spoil some things. Okay? Whatever. Watching the movie, and when the son shot Will, I was like, oh my God. The movie to me was still new. And I was like, oh, and when I'm like, oh, that's his son. Oh shit, that's his son. Oh, you know what I'm saying? And it was just, I liked it. They brought just enough of the old humor back. Reggie was back. You know what I'm saying? Nick looked 30. You know what I'm saying? They brought just enough of the old stuff back, but still kept it fresh and new. And again, James Bond had 18 million movies. Okay? And so to me, I will keep supporting these two Black actors who have brought us years and years and years of this amazing content. You know what I'm saying? Right. Everybody who wanted to see it should have seen it by now. For real, you know what I'm saying? The first one's my favorite. Don't be a Lowry Negro. Can we borrow some brown sugar? Look, I'm telling y'all, I watch it all the time. Still mad they killed the Black girl. Still mad. I was like, no, not shooting it through the pillow. But again, the movie, in my opinion, has always had the power to be a series of movies. But because back then, Black movies really didn't have that power to be like installments or whatever. And it took them so many years. Again, the first one was in 95. The second one was in 2003. The third one was in 2020. Years in between all of it. So I'm going to support. Period. Martin How Molly.
One moment.
Oh, be quiet, Siri. Oh, Jesus, scared me to death. Okay. Martin How Molly watching the fish. I was like, what is it? Again, the movie is amazing. And even in the third installment, we still had those funny scenes. But they also just kind of made it better. I can agree. They don't need Gabrielle Union. If Gabrielle Union pops back in at a family reunion to say hi, because she's the sister of Marcus Burnett, I don't mind that. But we don't need her back. Leave her with the damn DA somewhere else. Leave her be. Okay. Next up, somebody else who I thought confetti. Congratulations, Viola Davis. Okay, but if you do not watch the DC shows or the DC movies, I do. Okay, so Viola Davis always played Amanda Waller on the DC stuff with the Suicide Squad. Okay, I've always liked her in that role. Well, congrats to Viola, because Viola Davis has gotten her own spinoff. Okay, for the Amanda Waller character. Again, anytime our Black actors are getting spinoffs and getting the recognition and playing roles that usually only white folk get, okay, I'm gonna celebrate. Okay, and I want y'all have to watch it. Whenever it come around here, you have to watch it. Now, I do wonder if on her spinoff, if they would have Idris Elba come back too. Okay, that's why I picked this picture, because look, I just like it. I just feel like, why not? It could be. Let it be. Okay, some kind of way, get his ass around there, get him in our faces. Okay, I want to see it. Again, I loved her because we've only really seen her in like spurts. However, she has such a presence because of who her character is. So I'm very, 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 very happy that she's getting her own TV series, okay, with DC, which means it'll be on HBO Max. And she gonna be around here playing. Like, I'm like, yes, I can't wait. I can't wait. Now, Amanda Waller has been played on different franchises at different people. But again, she's the only one who was played that part in the movies. Other folks that played that part on TV. So again, I can't wait. Can't wait. I can't wait. Yes, love it. Okay, next up, what else we have? Oh, if y'all don't watch Ghost, I've always watched Ghost because I watch Power. Power, which was on Stars. Ghost, which was the sequel. We also have Force. We also have Raising Kanan. I think that may be we just have those, I believe, are the ones we have so far. Ghost is going into season 3. The fact that season 4, they're renewed for season 4, and we have not even gotten season 3. I'm like, that's good. Season 3 starts in March. They've already renewed it for 4th season. They've added Michael Ealy to the cast. First of all, Michael Ealy is going to probably be a big-time drug dealer. Because Michael Ealy, to me, I think he does not want to be the pretty boy no more. I think he wants to be like hardcore, whatever. Because he'd be crazy. He'd be crazy. So congrats to Michael Ealy for joining the cast as a regular. Now, I wonder, because, Lorenz Tate is around there. Okay. Mary J. Blige around there. There's a lot of people around there that I'm wondering. Method Man is around there. Okay. Method Man and Michael Ealy in one show. Come on now, sexiness. But again, congrats to Michael Ealy for booking to be a recurring star on Power Book 2 Ghost for the 4th season. He won't be on season 3, but he will be on season 4. I was like, right, he keep a check. He keeps a check. And the fact is that I like that even when he plays crazy characters, it's always a different kind of crazy. So I really want to see what he's going to do in this. Even if he's not the drug dealer, whatever, I want to know. I want to see him do something with this. Okay? I really want that may be why he died. Maybe he knew he had to be killed off in that movie. That TV show, because he was gonna be on this show. So again, I celebrate as much as I can our Black actors getting roles on these major networks and TV shows, because we have to support Black cinema. Okay, and I love it. Now, what's next? I don't remember. Michael Jackson is getting a biopic. I don't know why, because I'm a firm believer in we don't need to have continuous biopics of our dead legends, because most of the time we've already heard we know the story. However, this new biopic that's coming out is a bit special, mainly because Michael Jackson's nephew, who's Jafar Jackson, he is the son of Jermaine Jackson. So Michael Jackson brother Jermaine, son Jafar, is playing his uncle in the biopic. Okay, I don't know when it's coming out. I still don't know why we need. To me, my favorite Jackson movie is still, The American Dream. That is such an amazing biopic of the Jackson family. Okay, I do feel like we have not had anything since then about Michael that's credible, because that one time when they had Flex play him was horrible. So if this comes out at the theater, I will probably go see it. Now, it says Michael's nephew, Jafar Jackson, is scheduled to play the iconic pop star in the highly anticipated biopic called Michael. Now, it's being directed by Antoine Fuqua. That's Layla Rashawn's husband. He also did Training Day. He did Emancipation. He's also the man that was kissing Eddie Murphy's old ex-wife, and overseas or whatever. But again, I don't know. He's the director. I just hope it's going to be actual and factual, because sometimes we get these, movies and it be like, oh, let's make it seem like, you know, it was all great. It was all great. Nothing bad happens. It's like, no, Michael Jackson, in my opinion, lived a different kind of life. Okay. I feel like he good, bad, and indifferent, but I just want it to be as accurate as possible without being like demeaning. But I do feel like we can't gloss over, you know, Michael and any issues that may have, you know, came around. I think that's just my opinion. You know, hearing some of the other family members say how great Jafar has been in embodying his uncle. He does look like him at a certain point in his life. You know, that's one thing too. And you know, yeah, you know, we shall see. Yes, the American Dream has always been. Yes, the American Dream to me is the best because it really did focus on a lot of the whole family as a whole back then. But to me, that was the last biopic or movie about the family. To me, that was just good. Everything after that was some BS. You know, I feel like people only speak of the one Flex was in to say how bad it was. You know, so I don't know. And because I remember Michael Jackson from the beginning to the end, because I'm old enough to know that, I feel like I want it to be just authentic. Yeah, see, that's all. Just authentic. Not who, I don't think they're going to probably have different looking Michael. I feel like they picked the nephew because that's the time frame they're going to probably be in. They may have somebody playing him when he was younger, but we don't know because there's not much out about even what timepiece it'll be from, what the storyline would be, or nothing. Go to bed, Joseph. Go to bed. Okay, honey, Angela Bassett was around here. I don't want you. 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 No, Angela should have for sure got an Oscar for her role in that movie. Okay? Because she was acting her ass off the whole time. Ooh, she's a queen. Okay, anyway. But I will be seeing the Michael Jackson whenever it come out. I'm gonna see it or whatever. I would pay my money at the theater as well. Okay. Next up, they say Carmen is dating Jennifer Hudson. This is the part. This, the only reason I put this up here because I feel like Carmen is an F boy. Because they saying Carmen and Jennifer Hudson are dating after, you know, playing on-screen lovers in an upcoming movie. That's the same premise, the same situation, the same thing that happened with him and Tiffany Haddish. So I feel like he has this history of like dating people he was on set with because it's like his love, and then in the real lifetime or whatever, it don't work out. I don't know. Now I believe it because I think she's from Chicago as well, if I'm not mistaken. I think, but I don't know. However, what I do know is I don't trust him dating nobody. I don't. I feel like because it's always been the same pattern with him, it seemed like he be in these serious relationships. And then they just don't work out. And while that is his life, you know, that is life. I'm not saying it, you know, whatever, but just something about Carmen when we out the blue hear him dating somebody famous. A part of me feel like, okay, let's see how long it's gonna last. Because usually he's in last. And the women he usually get with after being with him, you know, they be with whatever. But I blame Carmen. I always blame Carmen. I don't know why. Ever since I think the first time I felt like it was him, because you know him and Erykah Badu broke up, him and Serena broke up, him and Azla Rai broke up. It was always like he's dating people in the industry, and it just doesn't work out. And while nobody ever says anything bad about him, I also feel like they don't say nothing good either. they leave it like it's like a professional breakup. You say, "Oh, it was great, yeah," and you just never hear about it again. You just keep it professional. You don't try to make it be no big deal. You just leave it be. And because nobody disses him, because nobody will diss him, they kind of just be like, "We were dating, it was fun, and now we're not." And then that be it. And in my opinion, I always feel like he be the ones after the breakup, like, "Oh, they're amazing. I love them so much." You know what I'm saying? The most high and blah, 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 blah. And the way he boasts about how great the woman is after the fact, to me means the Negro is you. Is you. So I hope it works out. I hope whatever has ended all of his past dating relationships does not happen here. Okay, because we've really only known Jennifer Hudson to be one person, and that was with David Otunga for a long time. And then they broke up, and that was a kind of a messy breakup. So to go from someone who was in a long-term relationship, to whatever, to someone who has been in many public relationships that last at least a year. And to me, I feel like they're adult relationships. But I feel like when you are at that age, you know what you want. So when you are older and you are dating over and over and over and it does not work out, it's like, do you not know what you want? No. Anyway, next up, Aura of the Calais. Okay, Aura of the Calais, who we know is locked up in prison. Currently, he is serving 30 years. Well, the state of Chicago, he had state charges against him that were recently dropped. And his lawyer is like, well, he's still around here, fighting for his life. Okay, so that don't really faze him. He's still having to deal with this. And look, I saw something. What you mean look, because he's already serving 30 years. He already also has federal charges he's still fighting. The state decided to drop these charges because, again, he already gonna get fed time. When you're getting fed time and you are already on the road to life in prison, the state feels like they don't have to waste their time because he probably in true life, Aura of the Calais will probably never get out of prison. So I can't say that out loud because I don't want to get flagged, but that's funny. That has made me chuckle. That is hilarious. Hilarious. Not in here asking for money. What are we doing? And look, don't be coming around here posting about, me. We don't do that here. Anyway, but Aura of the Calais, because he's already serving 30 years, the prosecutor said, he's already got the time. He still has other Fed charges come around here. So it really makes no sense for us to keep adding time upon time upon time because he's already in prison. He's already going to be in prison. And the lawyer, like, well, he ain't got no sense of relief. It's like, well, whatever. Leave him in there. I also feel like that man did what he did. I feel like, that has always been my stance since forever. That man did what he did. So I feel like the state does not have to press charges more because he's gonna be in there. He ain't going nowhere. He's gonna be forever fighting for his life, for the life of himself, of his BUTT, okay, and whatnot, right? Accept what you did. This is the kicker part. If he would have set this up a long time ago, he wouldn't even be. He could have fixed all of this. He could have fixed all of this had he just sat down, ate his food, and left it at that. But no, he want to be around here being, I'm invincible. And now he at where he at. So the lawyer saying he's still out here fighting for life. I was like, stop. Like, you can have a good life in prison. Be in prison. Don't keep bothering us as if it's our fault that you at where you at. It's your fault that you are at where you are at. That's on you, bro. That ain't on us. Anyway, keep him where he is. Also, people who need to be where they are, okay? Now, we all remember the Sweetie Pie fiasco with the uncle, taking out the nephew via a hitman and some lady or whatever. The lady, okay, Terica Ellis, who is 39 years old, she is the one who said that Tim, right there, Tim, the man up on the orange shoe, Tim paid her 10 grand to help him find the nephew, Andre. And they then sent the hitman person to take him out or whatever. So she was sentenced today. Well, she was sentenced on the 24th. She was sentenced to 3 years in prison for the role she played in Andre's murder. I feel like only 3 years. I feel like when somebody sets someone up to be taken out, they should be around there for a while. Like, I think 3 years is too. No, she should have got 10 years. She really should have gotten 10 years and maybe get out for good behavior after doing a full 3 years, and then having 7-year probation or parole is what's better. Because anyone who will help somebody lure someone to their demise needs to be in prison for a long time. And if you only get 3 years, you can probably do about a year and a half. And I'm like, but she set that person up. No, lock her ass up too. Let her be where she at. But Terica's ass is now in prison. And that happened, the thing happened back in 2016. So this is what, 7 years later, and she's just not getting, a sentence. Now, this is crazy. Because why would you, girl, this is stupidity. Stupidity. Tim stupid, she dumb. Everybody who participated in this, it was just stupid. Getting on my damn nerve. Anyway, y'all, let's move on to the grand resistance. Okay, but first, take one quick second, y'all, and like the video, please. Because y'all don't like it is the thing to do. Okay? So, we all know Robyn went on her Giselle podcast and fully admitted to knowing about wine and the cheatation that was going on. And basically, she was lying all season. Okay? And from that admission, everybody around the world, well, not around the world, but everybody on social media and on her show were reacting to the news. Mainly because you faked a storyline to deviate from your own BS going on in your own life. And the crazy part is when we heard Giselle say how she told Robyn about, Chris making her feel uncomfortable during the last reunion, it's like, oh, So that y'all come up with this whole plan then? Was the whole plan this whole time, hey, Giselle, you go after Chris, but I'll be on Candace's side. And now I say, he didn't do nothing. It's kind of crazy. Like y'all plotted and planned this whole thing, and that's what it was. So because Candiace was the person who basically, Giselle and Robyn made a scapegoat. Candiace had a lot to say on Twitter yesterday. Okay, now first let me go to the thing. Candiace said, "Wow, threat. Our boss's favorite clapback when we are playing coy about certain aspects of our lives is you're on a reality show about your life. There is an expectation that doing no harm, we show up to this platform as our authentic selves." I feel like no one feels that people on these shows have to bare their soul and their vaginas and their booty hole. Like, no, it ain't that. But whatever's going on is what's supposed to be going on. So when you are on a show where you're hiding stuff, you need to go. Okay, she also said, and while we reserve the right to be judicious about what we share, there is a special. Candiace love using these words, and I look like, oh my God, I hope I say it right. About what we share, there's a special brand of audacity attached to these individuals who will knowingly bury the lead in exchange for damning and salacious lies that stand to cause irreparable harm to innocent people. Meaning, Giselle tried to accuse my husband of making her feel uncomfortable, as if he wanted her to be a sneaky link, as in my husband was cheating on me, which can then cause me stress because my husband is cheating on me. What if your story made me leave my husband? What if I fully believed you and felt like my husband was around here being a little nasty Nate, okay? And it just ruined stuff. What if he lost his job because, the people at his job felt like he can't be trusted with female staff? So her point in saying y'all knowingly buried information about what's going on in Robyn's life to put stuff on me and my husband. And it could have ruined us in different ways, okay? She also said it tarnishes the integrity of the premise of the show, which it does, because if we feel like, hey, none of it's real. Nothing anyone says is real, so I'm not watching anymore. So again, it does tarnish the integrity of the show. Okay, it does. It tap dances on the intelligence of the viewership that champion our stories and discover their own parallels in our lives. And when it's not that deep, it's simply a clues. Clues. Because a clues? Or, I don't know. I think it's a clues. Amusement. What does it mean? It kind of blocks or whatever. But, I feel like Robyn should have never said nothing. Because nothing seems funny. Nothing seems fun. Now I feel like we have to question everything anybody, at least on this show, says, because it could be some fake fugazi bullshit stuff. Now, she also put up here, it's not entertaining, it's not interesting, it's whack. Why be open or genuine or authentic when the least of us can rob our viewers of the truth and continually be rewarded for it? Meaning, Giselle and Robyn should be fired. They are awarding them by letting them keep a job when they were not being real. And because of that, they're rewarding them by letting their ass down the show, and that's the BS. What are we doing? And a better question, what are y'all watching? And I think that's why so many fans were so upset, because it felt like, well, what the fuck is we doing? Not the stores. Call her a killer. Come on, 2 degrees. Using her, putting them degrees to work. Okay, thank you, boo. The last part of Candiace's statement is rich, seeing how she had a problem partaking in salacious lies about Monique and her friend. But see, And y'all know I am not a Candiace fan. Candiace did not aggravate me that much this season at all. I quite enjoyed her, but that's still not a big deal. When stuff came out about Monique and who the baby daddy was or whatever, I'm trying to remember if Candiace helped spread the stuff or just did not try to stop it. Either way, I fully get your point though. But we said that before, that Candiace was okay with what was going on until it affected her. But I feel like her point maybe is one thing if Robyn and Gizelle genuinely was like being authentic. It's something different when y'all concocted something just to protect Robyn. So I wonder if that's the point she made. But yeah, she was also partaking in stuff from before that had to do with Monique. But a part of me also feel like because her and Monique was so at odds, I think she just didn't care. And I'm not trying to defend Candiace. I'm really trying to remember what part she played in it. I feel like she knew about them talking about stuff, but I can't remember. I don't think she spread it around. I think she just kind of just didn't do nothing. So, but that part I can't remember. I think Robyn represents the women who lie to themselves and marry men who are still out in the streets. She ain't like, she know what it is. She know what it is. Throw the whole season away. This is just a bunch of lies, fake news, and that's what's the most aggravating, because we watch these shows to get whatever really is going on, and just hearing Robyn say what she knew, before the show started, and she just chose to not address it. She chose to just act like it didn't happen. Because even when Karen brought up, the girl who looked like me or whatever, Robyn still knew that Robyn, in my opinion, Robyn still knew that rumor came from what was really going on. And for her to say how she had knew about it, but it wasn't exactly what Karen said, but you knew he had did something, and then laughed it off as in Juan cheated on you, he wouldn't do that. Yes, he would, because he did. He fully did. That's the part that's dumb. Now, Chris also, was talking as well. Chris, so wait. Because again, remember, the season started with Gizelle saying how Chris made her feel uncomfortable, with then transitioning to Chris, hitting up Ashley in the DMs, which was harmless, with then transitioned into, as Candiace calls her, the Sesame Street looking chick. Girl, that sounds crazy. No, maybe she called her Cookie Monster. I don't know. Anyway, Deborah saying Chris kind of tried to get at her. So all of this stuff seems like they had a plan. So Chris was the butt of their plan. So Chris said, so wait, there were truths that were omitted, not filmed during our season. As a cast, we choose to tell falsehoods and lies about innocent people all season long, and now we are charging for the truth. I'm good on this bullish. Because again, the fact that Robyn said, hey y'all, come to my Patreon that you have to pay for to get what happened. No, bitch, I want to watch the show. Again, if you having people pay on Patreon, why are you on the show? He also said, just so we're clear, Gizelle and Ashley knew about this before the season, meaning Gizelle and Ashley tried their best to help Robyn keep this under wraps, or just help her spin a story. Because Karen put a video up today too, and Karen reminded me that Robyn's background is in PR. So Robyn knew how to spin this. That's why I said Robyn chose to be on Candiace's and Chris's side, and Gizelle's job was to push stuff the other way. And then Ashley came in just as a helper of the BFS. Okay, so again, he said Giselle and Ashley knew about this before the decision, didn't bring it up. That's your friend, cool, but chose to lie as a distraction. He said, I'm not mad at Robyn, but the others are trash for that. And I felt like, well, he's right. He's right. Now, Wendy and Karen just put up these, clown behavior. Well, you don't say. Because they was like, oh, Robyn was on some BS. Giselle was helping her be on some BS. And they tried to make it seem as if we was the crazy ones. Now, Carlos was also on his YouTube today. And I have only a clip. And again, if you are watching the replay and the video isn't here, it means I cut it out. You have to watch the live. But Carlos was on his show, on his YouTube today, and he gave his thoughts. I only have about 4 minutes of what he said. Of course, I had to change up the y'all know how I go. I have to change the speed. I can't remember if I slowed it down or sped it up. So that's why the audio sounds weird. But listen to what Carlos had to say, a little snippet.
It's very disappointing to learn that
I slowed it down.
We spent this entire half-assed season with these made-up storylines about Chris Bassett. And yes, I'm going to say made up. I'm going to say that because I allegedly was told that a few of the housewives had a meeting before filming about what the storyline was going to be, and that this Chris Bassett stuff was part of that conversation. That's what I was told. Allegedly, that's what happened.
That's what happened. That's what happened.
Based on Robyn's admission, I now believe it. I believe it. I believe it. You got on a podcast and spilled tea about Juan cheating on you. Y'all dealt with it. He was being an idiot, and it took a minute to get through it. And maybe, this is your words, not mine, maybe that had to do with the wedding not happening. What you talking about, Willis? So you mean to tell me you spent months filming a reality show where you were exposing everyone's alleged reality instead of spilling your own tea? And Giselle, you're next. You know I love you. You're the EP of the show. Do I think you should expose Robyn? No, I don't think that's not real, right? But I'm gonna tell you something that I was told early in my career.
That Giselle ain't shit. That can be what we was told. Giselle's a liar.
By a Bravo executive who no longer is there. He said to me early in my career, when I became the showrunner for Atlanta Housewives, he said, with great power comes great responsibility. You have a powerful position as the first Black man to executive produce a Real Housewives franchise. This is a powerful position, but it comes with a lot of responsibility. And I took that seriously.
it's cute that we call you the EP Giselle and the Force Multiplier. I even gave you Giselle Kobe Bryant, and people read me for filth.
I hated when he did that. Look, when he say force multiplier, to me what that means is you are there to cause drama. You help the drama, go along to get along or whatever, and that's your job. To me, that does not mean that Giselle is this powerful, entertaining person. No, she just messy. And she don't mind being the one to start the mess.
They still do. But I'm like, no, she knows how to push people to give information and to receive. I think that's a beautiful gift. And it still is. However, .org, as the EP of the show, Giselle, and Robyn being your best friend, because you're Batman and she literally is Robyn, you should have said to her, look, I know what you're going through. Before these girls spill your tea, my advice is for you to spill your own tea.
That's what a real friend would have told Robyn to do. Because don't let anybody spray you with your own tea. The first person I heard say that was fucking Dineva. You never let somebody spray you with your own tea. Okay? You never do that at all. Anyway.
How about you do a scene with me? Okay? And you let me know what's going on with you and Juan. And you show the world that you are dealing with something super traumatic. Because I watched the show. So when you were saying to the world, Robyn, I was very depressed during the pandemic. I had no desire to get out of my bed. You had no desire to get out of your bed because Juan was too busy getting into someone else's bed, allegedly. That's the story. That's what we wanted to know. I'm dealing with something during this pandemic where I don't know whether the world's going to end or not. I don't know whether my relationship is going to end or not. Juan is out here slinging pipe all over the coast of Baltimore, Maryland, Virginia, Potomac.
And that's all. Again, Carlos did it was almost 40 minutes video today. Carlos ain't perfect. However, what Carlos said in this video, in his video about them made perfect sense. Perfect sense. It was from a point of y'all on BS as if we don't see what's going on. And we see what's going on based on Robyn's admission to what she knew at the time. Giselle has gotten so comfortable that she flat out admitted her low blow tactics and techniques of spreading lies for storyline. True. And I feel like she needs to admit, I said yesterday, I said Giselle needs to go, Robyn needs to go. But I know for a fact they're not going to get rid of both of them. But they need to get rid of at least one. Juan was out martelling. This is a gotcha. Carlos also said something that I thought was great. And Carlos has done dirt too. But Carlos has now been able to grow his own business and grow his own brand to not have to follow other people. So whatever. But Carlos also brought up how, if Robyn was on one of his shows and she went on her podcast and basically told people, hey, come to my Patreon, come to this paid thing to get stuff that really should be on the show that you're on, that he will fire her. The fact that he said, you know, he let people go from his show for stuff like that too. People who just don't want to, I guess, participate. I hope that he fired Destiny. That sounds mean, but it's true. My point is, I like the fact that he gave constructive criticism about the BS, because say what you want. I feel like Love and Marriage shows, Bell Collective show, even the what was it called? The Blueprint? No. Second Chance? What was it called? The show on BT. Those shows, it does seem authentic. So much so that we felt like we were getting too much information, too much on social media. And he said how he had to go to his cab, like, look, y'all can't keep doing that shit. He also said his thing how he had to go to Birmingham, go to Alabama. No, to Mississippi, to the Bells, to talk to them too about the show and how things have to be organically progressive in the show for things to work. I think Carlos has learned. I think Carlos has learned from his mistakes on Bravo, and that's why his shows now, we watch them. He watches them. You know what I'm saying? I feel like he watches other shows and see what's wrong to make sure his shows don't have that. And truth be told, he does have the top rated shows on. I take it on don't have that many shows. However, we all be around here talking about, even we now even discuss Love Marriage DC. We do. So I appreciated him being honest and saying, Robyn, you was there, that's wrong. And if you was on my show, I would have fired you. And saying to Giselle, you can't keep playing EP. Okay, around here. You can't keep doing, because that's some BS. I like how he called both of them out while also saying, like, we cool. I'm cool with them. I like them. I love them. He called Mia out for being a liar. So the full video that Carlos did, he called everybody out. Mia for being a liar. He said Karen needs to just own it. Giselle can't keep just playing the EP. Robyn can't keep being boring. How he said people say Robyn shouldn't be there. Yes, man. Yes. And when he mentioned each person from the shows, he closed. He's Melanie Cherie, Kimmy. He went each person's name. He did not say Destiny. He did not say Destiny. When he did Love Marriage DC, he said, you know, Arena and Ashley and Winter and the new girl. Who I can't think of right now. But he was saying everyone thing. He did not say Destiny. Because she wasn't giving. Even Destiny was on interviews or whatever. And when people ask her about the new season and if her man will be on the show, she always say, if he, you know, if I need him. To me, that means, are you not filming? Because we said at the reunion, you need to show. So I feel like she would not be doing it. However, to Carlos's credit, the reason I wanted to play a snippet of his video was because he gave true behind the scenes tea and how I did hear they all met up and came up with the story. I did hear that. And how that ain't gonna help nothing. Even he spoke about, you know, when he was being the producer on Atlanta, how he had to force them ladies to give, because you can't be around here resting on your laurels. Look, he even said for Potomac, all of them are failing. He said the only ones he felt like is giving like true blue, whatever, is Candiace and Wendy. I think he said Mia, but he then said, but Mia be lying. So it was funny, whatever. But it's true. Like Potomac, to me, they're coasting. They're coasting because everyone just sits and shades each other. It's not even real anymore. I think the difference is Robyn knowingly had something going on that her and Giselle and Ashley purposefully hid and tried to come for Candiace and her husband, Wendy and her husband, Karen and Ray, and it failed miserably. And now you had even Carlos call all y'all out because y'all on some bullshit. Yeah. On some bullshit. On some bullshit. Let's see. Robyn been so aggressive and hateful. I don't feel bad that she's getting the hot fire now. Even people saying, okay, if you was, upset because you, as he said, wine around here spreading low and dipping and low and spreading it wide. Admit that. Let that play out. Let folks see what's actually going on. And people who are defending Robyn, they're Robyn fans. Oh, Robyn does show like Robyn was girl, whatever. Robyn's boring. Okay. Yes, Carlos fly to the places to see his cast and talk about Carlos wants a good show. The reason why, in my opinion, Atlanta and Potomac are not as engaging is because the producers are allowing the cast to just coast. That's it. And yet that's a part that aggravates me, the fact that all this stuff, Robyn knowingly said all this stuff after they filmed the reunion. So Candiace and Karen and Wendy can't read your ass for filth, you and Giselle, because the season is ended. And that was also the plan. Because if I'm talking about this here, we ain't gonna discuss it at the reunion. Oh, that means next season. You gotta have me on for the next season. Because we already filmed the reunion. So this was not talked about. Because no one knew. No one knew. So they again tried to play God of the reality show game. So yeah, because we did not discuss it at the reunion, oh, this is guaranteed to get me on to season 8 because all the ladies are going to want to discuss with me hiding this tea. Look, I do not need Robyn back. I don't. But I think he was talking about that thing when the one about the cease and desist. No, I think he was talking about somebody else because Carlos did say how he has other folk begging him to put them on the show, and when he'll ask them, "Are you still on some other show?" They'll say no. He'll try to get them for something, and then another network will send a cease and desist because if you have a contract with a different network, you can't work elsewhere. So he was saying how I don't need anyone on my cast who's not giving because I have so many people that want to get on my show. Carlos has 3 hit shows on OWN. That gospel show is going to come on, I think, in March or February. Either March or February. That's going to be on WeTV. The second season of Encore, it's called Encore. The second season of Encore will be on BET. Carlos really does have multiple successful shows. So, and I'm in agreement with him in saying he would not need anyone on his show lying about their life. I'm interested to see how Giselle was so-called held to the fire, accountable, and put in the hot seat. I seen Andy say that on Housewives. On Watch What Happens Live. So we shall see. I don't know. I don't believe it. I heard that. I think Candiace mentioned it in her confession on the show. I like Wendy, but she really doesn't have a storyline. I feel like because Wendy was at odds with Giselle, which made Robyn be at odds with Wendy. Wendy wasn't in that much stuff. They kind of isolated Wendy and Karen in this season. Honestly, if we think about the whole season, nothing really happened. because so much was focused on Giselle and how she felt about Chris. And then with the Chris touch old girl butt. Then the Mia and Wendy fight. So a lot of it was them putting people on the sideline to not really film all together. I think I do think Wendy needs to come with more, but also feel like they don't allow it to happen because she's not filming as much because of who she's beefing with, or who's beefing with her. Wasn't he just praised the stomach? I think everyone was saying how good Potomac was, but also we all kept saying something fell off. Potomac is a good show, but for us to all find out one person was lying and also use Giselle and Ashley to help her do it, it pisses everybody off. So I think that's, the difference in him saying the show was great. Oh, we now find out that, bullshit was afoot the whole time. I rewound it. When Kenya met and married Mark, they literally set her down for a season. She wasn't there after she married that man, and she wasn't there her pregnancy. So she was gone for I think it may have been one season or maybe two. I can't think. It may be 2 seasons, 1 or 2 seasons, because of how she did things. Bravo 100% needs to penalize Robyn and Giselle. They should not have Robyn on for a whole season, and Giselle should be back in a limited capacity, because once you allow the cast to fool everybody, it pisses people off. Do you think Robyn and Juan will be back next season now that the college situation is out now? I think Juan is not going to want to. Juan barely films in general. So to me, I feel like Juan is not going to want to discuss anything that happens that's not on the show. Juan ain't going to want to discuss, him, that situation with the college or whatever. He's not going to want to discuss it. I think the same way they did with Jen Shaw when she did not want to discuss her case or whatever. Okay, she did not come to the reunion. The same thing should happen with Robyn and Juan. The fact that we had to sit up here and discuss Michael and his ass grabbing or whatever, we've had to discuss other people's issues. Juan and Robyn should not be made to not have to deal with stuff. Period. And I feel like, if Robyn doesn't sit out the season, like Kenya, that's a scheme. Go Andy. I feel like Bravo was probably fully aware that this shitstorm that they're in, they're going to have to make her sit down. Because people, like the fans, are angry. The fans are angry. For me, I don't need to see next season. If Robyn's there, I don't need next season. Because it just doesn't make any sense. This is the 3rd year Giselle has been in this first seat with Monique, Wendy this season. Make her last. But Giselle's smart. Giselle made her part of her storyline her feeling like Chris made her feel some kind of way. She also was, back and forth with a little bit with Karen. Like she does just enough to make herself be first chair, even though she don't do nothing. However, I feel like Potomac produced and also Andy, since this has came out, no, they gonna have to change things up for next season. The fans don't want Robyn back at the all. Okay, now let's move on to the bitterness of it all. Okay, honey, Nene around here also talking about what happened up to me. Now, Nene was on The Breakfast Club. Okay, Nene was a guest co-host for 2 days on The Breakfast Club. And so I was like, girl, bye. I don't want anyone to think I'm a Nene hater. I don't. I used to love Nene. I used to feel like Nene was very entertaining, but things took a turn and they just have not turned back. And I feel like Nene, because somebody said, first of all, I'm gonna play the clip. Nene was guest hosting on Breakfast Club, so of course they had to discuss Robyn and what she said. Okay. I don't feel like Nene does not have a right to have an opinion. I think she does have a right to have an opinion. I feel like when you are guest co-hosting on a radio show, you're going to be asked about, Bravo stuff, housewife stuff, whatever. You're going to be asked about whatever is going on around here. I want to play y'all what Nene said. Where's my thing? Let me add it in here. Listen to a couple minutes of it, okay? I think I slowed it down. So this Nene is a hater. Okay, can't nobody tell me no different. Nene, whatever face you want to look at, is a hater. Okay, I don't think Karen would have busted Robyn if she hadn't came for her and brought her groceries. Yeah, Karen said that on her YouTube channel that she only repeated what wine grabbing her, whatever, because Robyn came for her. I don't know why she have a problem with Candy. Candy been famous since she was here. Girl, I was like, you can't keep coming for Candy. You can't keep doing it. It makes you look dumb, okay? And yes, I can't wait for Candy to spoof this damn interview. Okay? This is the thing that people, I think, seem to... yeah, so y'all know we have to chop and screw the stuff because again, you do reach. But if you're watching the replay and there's no audio, you have to be here for the live because sometime after the fact it gets flagged. Anyway, this is the thing. Nene is a hater. Nene is bitter. When I posted on my Twitter, I posted on Twitter, Facebook. I don't know. I posted on one. It was IG. I shared it on IG. When I posted that, it's not the fact that people feel like Nene should not, talk about the housewives. That's not the thing. No one feel like Nene does not have the right to discuss the housewives that she should know. But you can't be a guest host on something and then you round here being, just ridiculous. And so what I posted was, every time Nene speaks about Bravo Housewives in a negative way for no reason, it's proof that she's bitter, that she's no longer on the franchise or on TV at all. But keep booking guest spots because no one wants to book you for a time with that attitude, my love. Because that's the thing. Nobody wants that kind of energy. You can fully be shady. You can fully comment or whatever. But Nene has this air of bitterness in her because to say that no one on the Bravo housewife franchise is famous, it's stupid. It's stupid. For her to say the only famous people who are famous for that is no longer on the show is stupid. It's stupid. Because Kenya Moore is famous. Kandi Burruss is famous. Now, is Giselle and Robyn famous? No, they're not. However, they are two women on an extremely popular TV show where a lot of people know them. So they are a star in their own right. And to try to down talk people who are on the same program that built up your shit, bitch, it sounds stupid. Right. The folks on Beverly Hills is famous. So to make it seem like, or for her to say, Bravo Housewives does not have any stars. To say Kandi ain't a star, to try to completely ignore Kenya is a star. Even Cynthia Bailey is a star. Cynthia be acting as well. Being a star to me does not mean that you have global recognition, what it means to me is you are a star in your own right. There are many people who are stars who everyone don't know, but a lot of people know. So they are stars. So the bitterness is her trying to downplay Bravo because her ass ain't on it. Right. We all know Kathy Hilton. We knew Kathy Hilton before she got on Bravo. We also knew Garcelle. We still know Garcelle from the first Coming to America. We all love Fancy. Jamie Foxx show. So again, it's her trying to act as if anybody on Bravo is not famous. They not. They don't have no stars, no nothing. Oh, does people know them? Yeah, but they not. Girl, you not famous. Anyone trying to be dismissive of the franchise that built their career is stupid. Period. Because if that's the case, you not famous. And no one says that Nene wasn't entertaining. Nene no longer knows how to entertain without being shady about Bravo. And in my opinion, that's why I said keep booking these guest spots because no one wanted to have you there with an attitude. There's a way to jokingly, shadily talk about these stories without sounding bitter. The only reason Nene said that them girls on the show are not stars because they are on a network, on a show that she can no longer be a part of. Let's not forget, Nene was still trying to get back on Bravo 2 days ago. Maybe 2 months ago. My point is, recently, since she filed that lawsuit, she was still trying to get... Nene was still trying to actively get back on Bravo. And on the Breakfast Club, she did say how she now knows that ship has sailed. I've outgrown them. You have not. If Bravo or if Andy Cohen called you tomorrow, if Andy called either of your faces and said, hey, Nene, how you doing? We want to give you a show round here. Nene would absolutely jump on the Bravo chain. And can't nobody tell me different. Thank you, Boo, for the super chat. There goes Nene again. At least Robyn and Giselle are still on TV. Nene is out here suing everybody for a check. As always, hating from the nosebleed seats, never has a nice word to say about any woman, not one. And that's the truth. That's what makes her bitter. But some people prefer to make excuses for Nene and say, but she's so entertaining. What part is entertaining about tearing down other people because your boss fired you? Nene can't say nothing about Potomac's situation because she is with a married man. Yep, that man she was with is married. Married. And this is the other gotcha. This is the other gotcha. How can you talk about shows that you don't watch? Because they asked her, have you seen the show? Nene said, I don't watch TV. How can you say a show is boring, does not have any stars, and you don't watch the show? How? You watch the clips that be on social media. As I've always said, when people only take the time to watch clips, they sound stupid. Because you have not seen stuff in its totality. That's why I don't come around here and talk about shows or news or gossip I have not looked into, so I don't seem stupid. Yes, that man's still married. He's going through a divorce, but however, that man filed for divorce after getting with Nene. Not before, after. No one knew them chicks season 1 of Housewives. No one. No one. Season 1 was crazy. People did start watching once Candy came, once Kenya came. That's why Nene was pissed, because Candy came on and Candy was a name. Candy was a name. So basically, Nene is Sharice making all the rejects to join forces and go to Zeus. They can call it guest. They can take Renna. This is the gotcha. Nene has been off Housewives for a couple years now. Nene has not been able to sustain herself her own show. Nene has not even been smart enough to do her own YouTube show. Nene could not even get a Zeus show. Zeus had freaking Black China Mama. Hell, Bobby Lights had a damn show on Zeus. But Nene, this amazing, as y'all say, entertaining, as y'all say, person, couldn't get a show on Zeus? Really? 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 So it's weird to me how people want to put Nene on this pedestal when, for the most part, the most critique we've always had for Nene is that Nene stayed on Bravo so long she became dependent upon them. Nene never made herself her own brand. If Nene, let me drop some jewels, because y'all know I get in my bag and not branding. If Nene was smart, if Nene was a brand, if Nene was a star, Nene would not have needed to sue Bravo for money. If Nene had her own thing going, once Bravo let her go, she wouldn't have cared. Nene had been on that show for so long and had grown her brand so high. Once she was no longer on that show, she should have been able to ride the wave of Nene Leakes to forever. Nene has kept herself in this land of the living, of TV or whatever, by continually complaining about Bravo. Period. I don't have anything to watch Nene on to say, let me, CNT, let me know where to watch her at, and I'll tell you if she's entertaining me. So you must be a Nene fan. That's cool. But let me know where Nene is booked at. Let me know where shows are, where I can watch her at, her show, her iPod, her pocket, whatever Nene got going on that can entertain me. Let me know. We're discussing Nene because she said something crazy about people on Bravo who are not stars. That's why we're talking about her. We talk about folk who are not entertaining all the time. But I'm going to let that be. My point, as I was saying, Nene's mistake is she never bought herself her own bridge. She walked Bravo's bridge. Nene never made her own connections. She used Bravo's connections. Nene enjoyed being the top dog at Bravo. When she was saying that she knew for a while they was kind of demoting her, Nene never, ever bought her own wood, built her own canoe. Nope, she drowned. Nene does not have any connections in the industry. Even though she was a top earning person on Bravo, who y'all keep saying is so entertaining, Nene did not build any bridges of her own. But Nene got on the Breakfast Club and said that no one on Bravo was famous. That's why we're here today. Was Nene entertaining when she was on Bravo at some point in time? Yes, she was. What's the key word? Was. However, anyone who wants to keep Nene needing other people to continue her brand then keep doing that. But I'm saying Nene is too concerned with staying in Bravo's good grades or dark in Bravo instead of building her own self up and not being delusional. That's a problem. The reason some folks don't want to work with Nene is because Nene is aggravating. Baby, if Nene put Bravo on the map and now Nene can't get a job, what does that say? Who wants to be known as putting somebody on the map and now they lost in Transylvania? She lost without no boat. She in the water drowning. She Jack and Rose in the water looking for some help. Y'all be delusional. Y'all be wanting folk to keep. You can't want to build up somebody whose main goal since she was put off that show and left that show has been to down talk every woman on that show. But y'all won't say that. Nene was great. Nene's entertaining, blah, 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 blah. Girl, bye. People buy. I'm not doing that. Anybody who was booked to be because the point of this whole thing, let me focus. The point I was making. Nene was a guest host on The Breakfast Club. Nene was in shady towards all of the Bravo housewives, saying that none of them are stars. And even to the Candy was not a star. Okay. Nene, who is not booked. Girl, ma'am, I'm not gonna do it. I'm not gonna block nobody today. I'm not gonna do it because everybody's opinion is their opinion. But I said what I said. I said what I said. You cannot be out here trying to get booked for jobs because Nene was on The Breakfast Club because she was getting booked for a job. And what she said on the platform made most people call her bitter and angry. You can't be a co-host around here being bitter and angry. Nene does not have a show. Nene don't have no podcasts. Nene don't have no movies. Nene don't have no TV shows. Nene consists. Every time we see Nene and she speaks about Bravo, when she speaks about whatever, she speaks from a place of delusion. She speaks from a place of she can't be around here being objective. And Nene is a fool. Because she built Bravo. She did. She built somebody else's house and now she's homeless. She built somebody else's business and now she's businessless. She became famous off of Bravo and is now trying to speak negatively about other people who are trying to build their self from Bravo. How can you? That's like me talking shit about another YouTuber. How? I'm also on YouTube. That's where I am right now. When people have moved past stuff and gotten over stuff, they don't keep harping from a place of bitterness. Period. They just don't. You don't even care about the people on the show. You was, that's what Robyn said. Look, there was many shady things and funny things Nene could have said about Robyn and the situation. That ain't what she did. What she said was, girl, ain't no stars over there. They're starless. She did not even comment about the story. She went to, they not no star. Child, some people want to leave Nene in her bubble of not having, her own. Because I've said plenty of times, Nene should have built her own bridge before she burnt Bravo's down. Had she done that, she would be in a much better position to not have to be around here getting booked part-time here and part-time there. If Nene could have gotten back on Bravo, she would have never said Bravo don't have a... When Nene said all the stars from Bravo aren't there anymore, is a damn lie. Right. He had to force her to say that Candy, he had to force her to say Candy is a star. Delusion. But people who like Nene sometimes refuse to accept what the conversation is at hand. The conversation at hand ain't about Nene's in her heyday. It ain't about, she need up. This ain't about giving her flowers. But, everybody got their own opinion. Anyway, I'm going to let y'all go right now because we're done. We're done. Because nothing else is going on. Okay? I will talk to y'all later. I want everyone to have a great, great night. I want everyone to be safe. I want everyone to be good. Okay? I will see y'all probably tomorrow. If not tomorrow, I may not be back until Friday. I don't know. I can't remember. We shall see. But, okay. Make sure to subscribe to my channel. Okay, make sure to like the video. Make sure to follow me on IG and Twitter at JayLeesCorner and stuff. Okay, and what? Stop. Anyway, I gotta go. I want everyone to live in either their delusions or the life that they've grown themselves to live in, including Nene and whoever else. And sometimes you have to just accept the fact that your fame is a bit cuckoo. Love you all. Bye.